Oh, it's BiGG's world.
News, conspiracy news. We breathing this shit. We fucking breathing it. Conspiracy news, conspiracy news, conspiracy news, conspiracy news. Motherfucking conspiracy news, man. You see we outside with this shit. I swear to God, we gonna keep being outside with this shit.
Alright, y'all, welcome to BNC and Conspiracy News, where we talk about the uncomfortable topics that nobody else wants to talk about. Today we're gonna be talking about a little bit, basically everything, a lot of conspiracy, a lot of black news, a lot of Ukraine and Russian news, a lot of the stuff that is not really being said. It's not too much of a topic right now. They wanna certain people wanna blind us from the shit that we need to hear and the shit that we need to talk about, and that's what we here for today.
I'ma be the next Kanye, but I ain't gonna go brazy though. Science is an essence. I'm gonna put forward with that. Let me turn me down, because this is me, for sure. Science is an essence, which is putting the human brain into a computer and putting the human consciousness into a computer. Living in this virtual life, and you donating your organs to science, whoever the creator is that owns you is able to do whatever it is to you. Why? Because they have control of your consciousness. Because you donated that.
Open your mind, yeah. Open your mind, don't waste no time, yeah. Open your mind, yeah. Open your mind, don't waste no time, yeah. Stay on your grind, cause you never know when it's your time. Stay on your grind, cause you never know when it's your
Do not put that donor shit on your IDs. Quit doing that, man. For real, like real shit. Like this, like I was telling my people this earlier, like not too long ago. When I die, I'm selling all my organs and all the money is going into my friends and my family. All your organs is worth a lot of fucking money that y'all don't know. Y'all donate them bitches, y'all not getting paid for none of y'all shits. Everything is in your body, you own that shit. So if you want to die, when you finna die and you want to sell your shit, put that shit in your will or tell somebody, could be a doctor or somebody that you selling your shit to.
What you don't know, what you know, you just don't know what you
selling yourself short, man.
Quit selling yourself short. You own your temple. You own your mind. Remember that. You own your temple and you own your mind. Don't let your temple fly where man wants it to be, because it ain't gonna go where you need it to be. Well, that's with them knowing men have the power to create. Why wouldn't they make an infusion of us being recreated? With them being so scared to die, the white man is scared to die. Don't ever not believe that the white man is scared to die. That's why they made eternal life, which falls into play of them living forever. So how are they gonna live forever? By you living in a fucking computer.
Our constitutional journey did not stop then, and it must not stop now, Judge. And we'll be faced with equally consequential decisions in the 21st century. Can a microscopic tag be implanted in a person's body to track his every movement? There's actual discussion about that. You will rule on that, mark my words, before your tenure is over. Can brain scans be used to determine whether a person is inclined toward criminality or violent behavior? You will rule on that.
This is the rather incredible idea that we can take an exact copy of our brains and place it on something like a hard drive.
So the pattern of organization that is me, that is Ben Goertzel's mind, could be realized in a digital substrate. It could be realized in a quantum computer. Could be realized inside some global computer network. That pattern of organization that is me could have many different kinds of bodies, and different kinds of incarnations, and that should be really amazing to experience once it comes about.
In this matrix-like existence, we would live in the silicon, or in other words, servers, and our new brains could be copied numerous times. So there could be many versions of ourselves theoretically placed in it.
Falls into part of our NFT section. Okay, digital land. You're owning this digital land for you to live in. For when you do pass away, or for when you do, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and kick the bucket. But understand, really understand where you're going when it comes to you kicking the bucket and you donating yourself to science, because science feel like they created everything, but there's no spirituality into it. So how do you create something within the stars that doesn't make sense within you breathing or natural birth? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Within playing the part of two, a man and a woman biting an apple, same thing. What do you really believe in? What can you believe in?
Religion is regarded by the common people as true, by the wise as false, and by the rulers as useful.
NFT is the motherfucking most powerful thing right now. NFT is what the millionaires want.
You gotta think about it. You come off the motherfucking goggles, you might not know where the fuck you at when you come out the motherfucking goggles. When you in them, you gotta have their headphones, all that shit. You're not gonna be able to hear, you're not gonna be able to see. So whatever's going on around you in the real, actual world, you're not gonna fucking know until you come out. And even when you come out, the shit might look so fucking real to you, you might never fucking know. You could be in an empty fucking room, but they making it look like you fucking somewhere that you're not. You gotta keep your mind open, man. The fucking pineal glands.
Hey, you see this shit for your fucking self. You see it. I'm not sitting here telling you what I haven't read, because I can read. I'm not a slave. I can read. And my mans can read too. You see it. This is real deal. Maybe some are illiterate and can't read it.
Maybe some of them don't fucking want to. What do you mean by you don't want to understand that shit or see that shit? It's not that you don't want to, it's just scared. So if you be saying that you don't want to do it, it's not that you don't want to, you're scared to, or the way they got you brainwashed make you not fucking want to. A lot of motherfuckers are brainwashed. There's a such thing as fucking brainwashed. Everything you see on fucking Earth, everything you see in movies, all this shit got a meaning behind it. Nothing comes from fucking nothing.
Propaganda is real, like my man just said.
Nothing comes from fucking nothing at all. So if you see in a fucking movie about some space shit or anything, think about that shit. Some of that shit might be true. All of it might be true, but you'll never fucking know. But most likely it's gonna be fucking true. That's why nothing comes from nothing.
Understand that NASA is not part of the government. NASA is not the government. NASA is its own thing. So what they telling you is what they're calculating. Come on now. All they can do is write something and present it. That's all they can do. Other than that, they know the information that they know. Why? Because they have the motherfucking technology.
We need to just be able to say things to one another. We need to hear things. Look, let's establish once again that there is a huge comet headed towards Earth. And the reason we know that there is a comet is because we saw it. We saw it with our own eyes using a telescope. I mean, for God's sakes, we took a fucking picture of it. What other proof do we need? And if we can't all agree at the bare minimum that a giant comet the size of Mount Everest hurling its way towards planet Earth is not a fucking good thing, then what the hell happened to us? I mean, my God, how do we even talk to each other? What have we done to ourselves? How do we fix it? We should have deflected this comet when we had the fucking chance, but we didn't do it. I don't know why we didn't do it. And now that they're actually firing scientists like me for speaking out, for opposing them. And I'm sure many of the people out there aren't even going to listen to what I just said because they have their own political ideology. But I assure you, I am not on one side or the other. I'm just telling you the fucking truth.
You sit here and watch the news and you believe it. You know what I mean? It's a whole other different situation with this shit because it's fucking with your pay. It's fucking with the way you live, the way you buying food. You go into your local Walmart or your local Kroger's and there's nothing there. So think about that. Think about the struggle that they're trying to put you in.
Fucking inflation. That's the word. Inflation.
Inflation.
Skyrocketing over the last year, and no doubt if you're a U.S. consumer, when you go to the grocery store, the electronics store, or the gas station, you have definitely noticed that you are paying more for goods and services today than you were a year ago. These inflationary pressures have many people in America concerned that we're entering another 1970s-style period of long-run persistent inflation. For those of you that aren't aware, back in the 1970s, the U.S. experienced years and years and years of persistent red-hot inflation that eroded the value of the dollar and left many people much poorer than they were the decade before.
Inflation. You know it's going down. You can call us some drunk fucks all you want, but we notice you. Conspiracy news, my nigga. Shout out Mark Zuckerberg because he has control of everybody's conversation. He has control of what everybody sees and what everybody does. Why? Because people are manipulated by Facebook. Exactly.
Facebook has made a big deal about the fact that it's not going to be doing facial recognition on photos that you upload to Facebook anymore. But it hasn't said it's not going to do facial recognitions in the metaverse. And so the point is they're building an AI-driven engine that will be manipulating even more effectively behavior in the metaverse than it's been able to manipulate in real space.
And although generating more data is not necessarily harmful, it could give companies like Facebook an unprecedented amount of control.
Mark Zuckerberg holds as much or more power over the connection and communications that people have than anyone ever has before.
So long as that business model doesn't change, Meta is a much more terrifying version of what Facebook is in the real world right now.
Go ahead, talk your shit.
So y'all motherfuckers ever just thought about something, brought some shit up, or even looked some shit up, and I don't know where you hop on Facebook, where you scroll down and see that shit on your timeline. It's times I done said some shit about something, or fucking I done just got done playing the game. Some shit about that will pop up on my fucking timeline. Not too long ago, I just started playing a certain game. Guess what? That shit just started popping up on my timeline. They fucking watching. They watching everything we fucking do. Everything. The internet is more the devil than the devil right now. And that's real facts. A lot of lies and a lot of truth is being told, but the lies and truth is getting mixed up. Because we believe and not believe everything that we fucking see on social media. That's what social media is for. It's not to believe and to believe. Everything get mixed up on there. Why do you think people fake on there so much? That's what the internet is, to be who you not fucking, to be who you want to be. If you can't be that shit in real life, go online. Why do you think the metaverse is created? So you can go be that shit online.
To fueling a genocide in Myanmar.
The more we're invisible, the more harm is done. And we've seen this in Myanmar, and we've seen it in India, and we're living it in Ethiopia now.
So why does Facebook, now Meta, continue to put profit ahead of the safety of its users?
This research is not a bombshell. It's not causal research. It's in fact just
Well, I beg to differ with you, Ms. Davis. This research is a bombshell.
And as the world follows Mark Zuckerberg into the metaverse, can we trust it? Facebook's rebranding may be a cynical attempt to shift focus from its numerous failures.
It sounds like we made a mistake there. I apologize for that. In retrospect, it was a mistake. We have made a lot of mistakes in running the company. It was my mistake, and I'm sorry.
But the metaverse, at least on the surface, promises a new era.
Today, we are seen as a social media company. But in our DNA, we are a company that builds technology to connect people. And the metaverse is the next frontier.
So this was an inevitable...
Nowadays, you ain't gotta fucking thug on Facebook and say you go shoot somebody. Get on the metaverse. Go do that shit. That's what it's made for.
Like Reebok said, life is not a spectating sport. You just sitting here watching epiphanies and shit and watching what the fuck can be, man. Can you make it? Can you? Corrupt the media. Their propaganda. How it's controlled. Okay? You will never see it or will never believe it unless you've seen it. You will never believe it unless you seen that shit, or unless you felt that shit. So boom, you looking at your regular, and this is regular propaganda. You looking at your regular McDonald's burger, Burger King burger, that bitch look good. That bitch slapping. My mama, that bitch slapping. For sure. Boom, you get that Whopper, that bitch ain't what it look like. It ain't what it look like, for sure. Hell no. Just know that shit is portrayed. You can call me what you want to. Fantasies, just like poems, just like movies. The shit is portrayed for you to feel like this will happen. But will it happen? Will it?
Alright, man, this shit is hectic out here, bro. We back at it with conspiracy news, bro. It's hectic, bro. I don't know whether to wear a short, just a plain old t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a jacket, some rain boots, or raincoat. Man, this shit is hectic out here, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired of the weather always playing, and this shit gets old as fuck. You know, I just want it to be one season on time, man. We know we start winter in what? November here in Ohio? It goes all the way to damn near March, middle of March type shit. Shit getting old, man. One season on time, that's it. You know, you know, it feels like there's a lot more factors at play with the weather shit, but you know, you can't really tell what's going on, you know?
Conspiracy news. Well, you know, I got my Big Mac here, man. You know, I got all information, you feel me? It's an influence at the end of the motherfucking day. And just know that people, that your memory and what the fuck you think about and what had happened and what you done seen is history. Remember that shit fucking history. Everything that you see is history. Next segment that we going to is how artists really control media. Everything that you say and do is a vibe. You know what I'm saying? You feeling yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you look in the mirror, you got something new on, you feeling yourself. You know what I'm saying? You doing your thing, somebody that you listening to and that you influencing, they got something new dropping every day. They got something new hot dropping every motherfucking day. No matter if it's about murder, if it's about sex, if it's about liquor, if it's about handling your business, making some motherfucking money. Shout out the Midwest, shout out Detroit, because they always talk about that, making that money and helping niggas make the money, man. Shout out the trap, shout out them scams, because that shit help niggas. You so worried about your motherfucking influence and worried about what you listening to every day, it's affecting your everyday life. You don't have this money. You don't have all this money that these rappers got. You do not have that. So quit portraying that. Quit trying to think that you about to live this life and that you about to go ahead and make these bricks, that you about to flip these pounds and all that other shit. Come on, bro. Where the pounds at, bro? Where you gonna get the pounds from? Where you gonna get the pounds from? Quit playing with your motherfucking life out here, cause this shit ain't no game, nigga. BiGG World Entertainment, nigga, I'm telling you on my own, nigga. Quit playing with your motherfucking life, nigga. Y'all boys out here sturdy. Sturdy. Y'all know what sturdy mean? That shit moving, too, at the same time. That mean that shit ain't in place, nigga.
That's not what y'all think it is. That's what you see when a lot of rappers that didn't make it, they do all these fucking interviews saying all this weird ass shit. That shit is true. That shit is real as fuck. That shit happens out there, bro. You think that a motherfucker just, a normal ass motherfucker from Ohio like me, gonna move to Los Angeles. What the fuck you think I'm gonna do out there? It's Los Angeles. Hollywood.
When I go to LA, I wanna make sure I have all my ducks in the line. Everybody wanna go to LA, have $400, $500 talking about how they lived in their car and shit. I'm not living in no motherfucking car, man.
But I can't. Before releasing another video, Saxon would spend a year living out of his car. And from talking with Saxon, there was no one main issue or event that resulted in him becoming homeless. It was more gradual, where financial decisions meet financial circumstances. His third video was released in August of 2016.
That video came about from me spending a year sleeping in the back of my car. 13 months to be exact.
6 a.m. wake up all alone, like what can your boy say? Shit, shower, shaves, taking the whole day.
I'm not about to settle for less. Cuz, what the fuck you look like living in a car trying to chase your dreams? You can chase your dreams making a bag, get a job. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's BiGG's world, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you? Bro, I'm telling you from me knowing and me walking around. It's millions of niggas on this bitch trying to make it, nigga. Quit playing with your life. This shit ain't no conspiracy, nigga. It's real life. It's just called that, nigga. We not done yet. Boom, preschool, all the way to high school, nigga. From all the way to 9, damn near 10 years, nigga. You being controlled and being raised by the government. Ain't that crazy?
They want to, not whatever you want, whatever they want to teach you.
Whatever they want to teach you. So if they want to say it's raining outside, it's raining outside.
To them. And guess what? We gotta believe this shit because they said it. That's the fucked up part about it. We gotta believe everything they say because we really don't know what the fuck is going on at all. Right now, we sit here. So much shit going on around the world right now that we don't know. Why? Because we don't see this shit. The shit is not put in front of us to be seen. It's put behind us. We just gotta turn around.
We not done yet. We not done yet. Conspiracy news, man. It be money in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Big woods.
What do you think about Russia and China? Think about the United States, where we went as a country. We're not a country no more. That's a whole other segment. We a corporation. Your social security number is your employee ID. So when they talk about this draft, you get drafted. What you get drafted by? Social Security.
Your Social Security.
Your employee ID. Alright. So
employee ID.
They paying Russia to be the bad guy right now in the sense of to start a war because that's their last place. That's their last stronghold. When we went to Afghanistan, when we went to the Middle East, where was Russia? Right there.
Right there. Big as fuck.
They was right in the Middle East with me on R.I.P. doing the Middle East, all that shit connected to that.
Russia big as fuck.
But they bombing areas where U.S. biologically weapons. They're not bombing like the city and shit like that. Then they showing us old war footage. Cause you know, Russia been in Ukraine since like 2018.
Right.
So when they showing us all these bombings and these, remember I showed you that video that old lady getting ran over by the tank?
Yeah, shit crazy.
That was real, but I can't sit here and tell you or the viewers that happened during this period because it's, propaganda. Propaganda was made illegal to use in our own people.
What's our word of the day, folks?
Propaganda.
Propaganda.
What is persuading, or the idea of persuasion? It is the action or fact of influencing someone, or of being influenced to do or to believe something. In other words, we're encouraging someone to change his or her mind on an issue. And so perhaps we want someone to simply believe our idea. Perhaps we want someone to vote a certain way, to donate money, to donate their time. We might need to convince people to do something, and so we might have to persuade them to change their mind about something. And so why do these persuasive techniques matter? If you are a good persuader, you can convince people to do something. Perhaps to vote a certain way, to believe a certain thing. And then on the other side of the issue, if we are a good reader or analyst of text, then we can see what kind of techniques the authors are using to try and persuade us. We can see what they're saying, we can deduce or figure out the techniques they're using, and then we can kind of pick apart their argument to see how they're trying to persuade us. Testimonial is when you actually have the famous person saying the words, "I use this product. I like it, therefore you should too." Something like that, where they're holding the product. Transfer is going to be a little bit different. Again, it's going to use the idea, the image, the likeness of a famous person, but that person isn't actually going to say the specific words of, I use the product, you should too.
We will have multiple words of the day here at Base World, here at Conspiracy News. Shout out to Black News Network. We can never forget about that.
Alright, so let's talk about these children that's going missing. See, it might seem like it's all over the motherfucker, but in reality, it's one bowl of cereal.
Children going missing. Humans going missing. I-75, don't forget that. Hey, I-75. I-75, it's a one-way ticket. One-way ticket for your bitch to be missing. We in the trenches with this shit, nigga. A real deal. There's niggas in the trenches with them phones, nigga. There's niggas in the trenches that real deal posting on Instagram, posting on their Facebook, nigga, doing what they gotta do, nigga, showing that they living that life, nigga. Oh God. And it ain't what you see on TV. It ain't what you see on TV. It's Big World Entertainment. But just know, it ain't what you see on TV. No, no, no. All real shit here. So let's talk about what your man's pulling on. Bombing people and doing all that other shit. That's what happens. Whole cities get bombed and shit. And now you in the middle. Nah, don't delete shit.
Could be closing in on the capital of Kyiv. Pentagon officials saying the Russians want to surround the city and, quote, decapitate the government. Tonight, President Biden laying the deaths, the carnage at Putin's feet, telling the American people today and the world that Putin is the aggressor. Putin chose this war, he said.
Warned other countries not to interfere, threatening retaliation, the likes of which, quote, you've never experienced in your history.
Its military casualties, nearly 500, though Ukraine claims that number is thousands. And new tonight, Ukrainian officials report that strategically important city Kherson, now the first major city there, to fall to Russian forces.
7 days into Russia's invasion of Ukraine, bombing of civilian targets intensifies, while a strategic southern city has now fallen to Russian troops. Russia continuing to pound Ukraine's second-largest city, Kharkiv, with airstrikes. Here, firefighters rushing to pull victims from rubble. Another day of damage on display, with officials surveying destruction of the hard-hit city center and saying residential areas and civilian buildings were hit.
Let the world see the war crimes that Putin does now in Ukraine.
Shelling also damaging homes in this suburb of the capital, Kyiv. But the Pentagon reporting a massive Russian military convoy outside the capital has made little progress.
The northern push by the Russians down towards the south, towards Kyiv, remains stalled.
End of the day, like Biden said, he funded. What the fuck is you funding?
States coming in to help. They're going to offer military aid, $350 million worth of military aid to Ukraine. In a memorandum to Secretary of State Antony Blinken, Biden has directed that this $350 million be allocated through the Foreign Assistance Act to be designated for Ukraine's defense.
Weapons to help.
Bioweapons used against Ukraine people that's going to be shooting used against our own people. See, I was joking. Don't do it. It's going to make you terrorists. You know that in the law that you do this. Right here, what we doing right now, what I do on my TikTok, and they be with the terrorists.
And deforming their future generations, the imperialist needs to rewrite history and keep repeating it over and over until it becomes true.
Conspiracy news, conspiracy news, conspiracy news, conspiracy news.
B-I-B-I-G. J-I-J-I-G-G, hey, 2G. I had to weigh up, I had to weigh up, had to re-up, had to stack it, had to tremor beat. I had to tremor beat.
Hold on, they see the world on my chest, bitch is Big World. And I wouldn't even have the tools if I wasn't true to it.